Hey, guys, okay, so I am here to just, talk about Shadowhunters. This is basically going to be like I guess like a review of the show so far. I did a pilot review, and you go check that out. It actually got a good reception, it got a fair amount of views, it got a fair amount of likes too, but yeah. So I just thought I'd come on here and talk about Shadowhunters or just the problems I've been having with the show. Look, I'm still trying to remain optimistic about the show. I do want the show to get better. I want it to do well, because this is the last shot that us fans have at this book series getting adapted. You know, so I want it to do well, and I am trying to remain optimistic. I'm trying to be positive, but I can't keep trying to act like there's no issues with the show, because there are a lot of issues with the show right now. I mean, even some of the biggest fans, of it on YouTube have been talking about it. So I figured I'd give my opinions on it. So look, I defended the show on my pilot review. I was defending it, and I was saying, look, I'm sure it's going to get better. We just have to give it time. It's not as bad as you think. Well, I mean, we're 7 episodes in, 8 next week, and I still see pretty much the same problems. I mean, there already needs to be some changes. They need to change a few things. Now, believe it or not, one of my complaints is not about the adaptation. Okay, I knew that it was going to be different. I knew they weren't going to follow the book really closely. I knew there was going to be changes, so I'm really not that upset about it. A lot of people are upset about it. Would I like it to be more faithful? Yeah, but I knew there was going to be changes, so there's nothing I can do about it. There's no use in getting upset, because I was anticipating it, and since I anticipated it, I can now accept those changes and not get mad about it. So that's not a complaint that I have, but the complaint that I have is that, one, they need a new director. I mean, seriously, they need a new director. You know, because I mean, like, producer or whatever. They need new producers, new directors. Because Ed Decter, who's like producing the show, or he's the big name that's been advertised as producing the show. I looked at his track record. It has Santa Claus 2, Santa Claus 3, the Lizzie McGuire movie. None of the stuff that he has written or produced really seems that impressive. Or has been really well received. I mean, the one movie that he wrote and produced, I think, was Something About Mary, which had Cameron Diaz in it and everything. I've seen that movie. That's a good movie. It's funny, but that's about the only thing on his record that really is good. So I think they just need to get a new director and some new producers or something. Second of all, they need to get some new script writers, because the dialogue, I mean, sometimes the dialogue is pretty good, I think. Other times it is just like really weird and just kind of bad, especially between Clary and Jace, which is another complaint that I have. The acting. Now, look, I'm not saying all the acting is bad. In fact, you know what? The sad thing is, I think most of the actors are okay. I think the best ones on the show right now are probably Simon, Alec, and Valentine. I think those three are really nailing it, with their characters. I think the actress that plays Isabel, now that they're not making her like a walking, talking cliche, I think she's actually been given the chance to actually act. And when I think they give her the chance to actually act, she comes off pretty good. I've been impressed with Maurice Lightwood, Isabel and Alex's mother. I've been impressed with the actress that plays her. I think she's been doing pretty good. I mean, I think Luke he's okay. I mean, with what he's been given, I mean, he's done okay. But my major complaint is with Jason Clary, like I said, and the thing is, they have almost no chemistry at all. Like, and that's not a good thing, because this whole series, like, the main character is Clary, but like, I don't want to say the focal point, but it kind of is. The focal point of this whole series is like Jason Clary. And you would think that since that's the case, there would be like a lot of chemistry between the actors, but Dom and Kat, the actors that are playing Clary and Jace, they really don't have any chemistry at all. Like I said, the dialogue they exchange is just really weird and just really not good. And you know, I don't blame the actors entirely. I think it's the directors, the screenwriters, the producers. You know, I think that they need to step it up. You know, and it's the same way with like some of the sets and look, I really hate to be negative. I really hate to be picky about this. I really do. I'm really not trying to be negative about it. Like I said, I'm trying to remain optimistic, but these are just you know, it's just that like the set, like when they were going to the Silent Brothers, and the Silent Brothers looked pretty good, but the set looked just really cheap looking and just not good. You know, if anything, I wish they could have kept the Institute the same, but they've got it to where it's like this. It looks like the second coming of like the mansion, Xavier's mansion from X-Men. Like it looks like do they have a Cerebro there or something? I mean, like, you know, it's just like, because again, I'm not trying. I know I don't want to say this, but in the book, it was just Isabel, Alec, and Jace that were there. There was no one else there, and it was just them and Hodge. But in this, there's like a bunch of other people there, like running the technology and everything. It's like they've got their own. I don't even know. I mean, it's like they're a literal police station, and they've got all the, you know, I don't know. It just looks. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't look right. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. But yeah, Jason Clary. Now a lot of people have been bashing the actress that plays Clary. I really don't think she's that bad. Like, I think she's not great or anything, but I mean, I think she's okay. Like, I think she has moments where she can be really good, and then there's times where she's not very good. And I honestly think that has to do with the fact that she's just she's doing the best with what she has, which isn't a lot. I mean, I'm not saying, look, again, I'm not saying she's been great. I do understand where some people are coming from. Like, there was one episode where I think people will know what I'm talking about, where like she was putting the room on Clary, and then like Clary started screaming, then it cut to black. That scream that Kat did, that just looked really bad. Like, that was cringeworthy. But I mean, I don't know. I don't really mind Catherine's acting. I think it's okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. The real problem I have is with Dom's acting as Jace. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sure that Dom is a really cool dude, but his acting as Jace has just not been good. I don't buy him. I don't buy his acting. I don't buy anything. Like, his acting is absolutely cringeworthy. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Like, Dom on this show cannot act to save his freaking life. Like, I literally had someone else like sit down and watch Shadowhunters just because like they like, you know, had acting classes, and they acted like they took acting classes, and they like acted like stage plays and everything, and they were like, yeah, that one guy that plays the blonde, his acting is like horrendous. And I was like, yeah, I pretty much thought the same thing. So yeah, that's the one major thing that I have a problem with, you know, is Dom's acting as Jace, his betrayal of Jace just in general. Like, it's so bad that I almost wish, and I never thought I would say this, but I almost wish they would just get Jamie Campbell Bower from the movie and have him act, because I mean, he wasn't. I mean, the city. I've only seen like 40 minutes of the City of Bones movie, and Jamie Campbell Bower wasn't like anything special in that role either. But at least when he acted, he came across as somewhat believable. Like, he was kind of believable when he like delivered his lines and like had emotions on his face. So I mean, at least there's that. Dom doesn't have an ounce of believability in his acting as Jace at all. I'm sorry, he really doesn't. I mean, that's my opinion. If you like him, fine, but that's my opinion. I'm sorry. Again, I'm sure that Dom's a really cool person, really cool dude, but that's just what it is. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's. I mean, like for example, like in not this past episode, but episode 6, where Simon and Jace were in the alley, and Jace kept calling Simon a mundane, and you know, Simon was starting to get angry, and then Jace got angry, and he was like, "You don't get to talk about Alec, mundane." Like that's really how he said it, and it was so cringeworthy. Like Dom trying to get angry, it's just so bad. Like, and he was completely outshined acting wise by Alberto, who plays Simon. Like, oh man. It was really bad. I mean, I can't do it. I just do not. Dom's acting is not good. I'm sorry, but that's my major complaint of the show. Like, he's probably the worst thing about the show. But like freaking Clary and Alec have more chemistry than Clary and Jace, and that's not how it should be going. There's something wrong if they have more chemistry than Clary and Jace. So yeah, really, it's the script, it's the way the show is directed, and some of the actors. And when I say some of the actors, I mean Dominic as Jace, really, and somewhat Kat as Clary. But those are my complaints. Again, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to remain optimistic. I really am. I'm trying to be positive. But it's really hard to deny some of these errors that the show has, and it has some big errors it needs to work out. I'm still holding out hope that the show can get better, because I think it can, but they have to try. They have to try to make it better, or it's not going to get better. But yeah. Anyways, let me know what you think down below. Comment, like, subscribe if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. And I'll try to do more of the. Maybe I'll do like a weekly episode review of Shadowhunters. Maybe, not sure, but maybe I'll do that. Anyways, that's it for this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.